So, when you wake up, um, Calder, what's the first thing Calder sees when he wakes up in the whatever the hell time it is that you wake up? Hard to tell out here.
Uh, they would have rested inside of the temple where they cleared out the undead around in the proximity of Durgadin's final resting place,
Mm-hmm.
which sounds better than under the pile of corpses he piled around him as he was killing them.
So, what's the very, very first thing that Calder sees when he opens his eyes?
To be serious or to be funny. There will be a muffled sound of Kreetha, 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 Kreetha. Please get Stinky off of me.
Move over, Stinky. I know he's warm, but move over. What time is it? I guess it's time to get up.
Well, I would tell you if it wasn't that I am enshrouded in the darkness of the underside of your frog.
But, I mean, at least, you are protected. Anyway, move, Stinky.
Amazing.
So I'm thinking Stinky is the answer to your question, Rob.
So you wake up. Stinky is just like warming himself, theirself,
like just lying on top of,
or on top of you.
It was probably just was next to me, and then over the course of the rest of the period, just leaned harder and harder until it was like just on Calder,
like a sticky, like a sticky weighted blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because we have established that Stinky is sticky.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Stinky is sticky.
So, Kreetha is now awake, and your internal clock is telling you that now's about the time to get up anyway. What's the first thing that Kreetha does as she is sort of, rubbing the sleep out of her eyes?
Well, I hope you are rested.
Calder will just set up a bowl, pour water into it, use the control water cantrip to wash and clean his face and like his upper and whatever, and just clean himself of Stinky so he's not sticky.
I mean, it could be worse. He's not shedding right now.
I am not complaining. I am bathing.
All right.
He's fine.
That's fair. So perhaps this is not the conversation to have right away, but at the same time, we are in situation. So what now?
As far as I can tell, we have two broad options. We can try our luck with the Durgar, or we can try our luck with the dragon.
All right.
Neither of those are great.
So here's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. I need to go on. But I need to see both. It's important. I need to know these things. I need to know. I am not fond of Durgar. You understand. But at the same time, they do have information. They are here before others. Which is weird that everyone all comes at the same time. Strange, but that is the way it all kind of flows.
I have no love for the Durgar. I only need to verify the status of the forge. Once I have that, I don't care.
Is there a way to get past or around without fighting?
I am capable of turning us both invisible.
It's a thought. It is a thought. What will you do after? if you make it.
Make it out of the Durgar. I imagine the next step would be verify the dragon. But
I meant the fort, like
if you
entire.
meant, I will probably follow the path of our companions to return to the village, verify the status of the verify their status before returning to Barnabas.
All right. That's good. It's good. Yeah. Perhaps
Right.
you can talk to your friends, and
I have more friends than Laura and Charlotte.
yes,
I'll be fine.
I don't deny your
Calder,
charm. and
Calder just lied.
However, the thing is you seem to me to be similar to some I know, and no one who come here, no one who do anything like this is out there being, no, I have no way to put it. Friendly? Oh, it's not the right word. It's not the right word. But what I'm saying is you don't have much. Like me, you don't have much.
Goblins come from large families, yes?
Yes, in many ways.
How many siblings do you have?
I'm not sure.
I have 8.
I probably have more than 8. I probably do. I don't know them all.
I am not worried about where I'm going to go and who I'm going to be with.
Are you good with your family?
Define good.
If you had to ask to define, you're not good with your family.
Probably.
It's not good. Speak from one who knows.
My family is very different from most families.
Blood is good. Blood is not. Oh.
That much I know. Meepo, where the hell are you?
Meepo like snaps awake,
Underneath the other part of Stinky.
having been
Don't.
having been kind of twitching a little bit in his sleep, and he wakes up, and immediately as he wakes up, his hand goes to the hilt of Shatterspike, and he looks around. And
Good.
All right.
Good job. Good job, Meepo.
and he looks around, and kind of glances around the room, as though, I don't know, maybe looking for somebody, and then kind of gives a short sigh and pulls out some Grick jerky and begins chewing and chewing and chewing and chewing on it.
Calder will as this occurs is rising, will get some of his daily rations. Will just I'll knock one of my rations is consumed off of my sheet.
So, what? Where do we go, or where do we go now?
We have a choice. We can either bother some dwarves or bother a dragon.
Speaking of bothering, so the very first thing that Laura and Charlotte hear are, we can either go bother some dwarves or we can go bother a dragon.
And then they hear us try to open the door that they've barred shut.
Oh no.
That's true.
Oh no, and we all turn around with weapons drawn.
This wasn't sticking yesterday.
Oh, can we roll to kick in the door? I've never done this.
Are you actually gonna? Yes, you can absolutely roll to kick in the door of yes, no problem. I'm jumping onto the table.
Athletics?
Give me
strength.
give me give me athletics.
I'm gonna use that plus.
Yes.
I'm gonna use that advantage
And-
that Halibane gave us 14
Well,
days ago.
You have your spells ready. I have
I was
my
gonna say
crossbow
that
out.
I'll aid you to do it. Like I'll shoving a shoulder against it to aid you, so you can get the +5 from it. In
Cool,
addition
I'll take
to,
it.
All right,
take
so you
it.
get-
advantage and +5.
So you get advantage and +5. This will be amazing.
Is it athletics or like what?
Yeah, athletics.
Yeah, athletics.
Dope. This is everything. All I want.
Oh,
With an 18, I'm gonna say that you kick the door so hard that it does begin to force inward, and you hear the scraping of stone against stone as the stone church pew that is blocking up the door slides probably a good solid, I don't know, 8 inches out. So you do get the door kind of open a little bit, but only as open as you would like with a hotel chain. It's not enough to get through, but it's definitely enough to see that you've opened it.
I stick like my face in the door like this, and I go, "Here, Charlotte."
I'm Charlotte. What are you doing, Laura?
Lord didn't fit the speech pattern.
Thank you,
Ah.
Beck.
Pop
still
culture
got
That sounds like a
From the
reference that doesn't
crossbow.
exist.
So that happens. Hold on. Let's go ahead really quick because Laura says, "Here's Charlotte." Charlotte, do you actually say, "Wait, but I'm Charlotte"?
Yes, I'm totally thrown by this.
Awesome. Kreetha, you said you are leveling your crossbow at the door.
Yeah.
What's Stinky up to?
Stinky is prepped. Stinky is ready to jump at the door.
Calder,
Like-
what are you up to?
When Calder sees it's Laura's face and saying it's Charlotte, here's Charlotte, he just has this he just has this
She's been
Expression.
possessed.
And
You're also your face and hair are different colors now too, right? Than when we left.
Yes, but we haven't talked about that yet.
well, now's a great time to talk about it since they're now looking at your face and your hair.
You don't look the same.
I know.
Kreetha does
I
not
feel like
think.
pop,
Kreetha
Side
is
note,
so sus.
I know. Pop culture references, I think, considering we went to Blackstaff, means that I feel like if anybody has current modern real life pop culture references, would be Blackstaff.
In Waterdeep, yeah, the big city.
Yeah, I feel like
fair.
Like,
It's also
Arnstein-
it's also a reference that is older than any of us. So,
this is true. This is true. But I mean, like, if anybody in the Forgotten Realms has like that type of pop culture reference, it would be the guy that we apprenticed under.
Fair.
fair.
Like 100%. So the thing is, Lore is not like yellow and orange, like yellow and like yellow heavy oranges anymore. She's definitely leaning towards like reds and Rob, I don't know if you can pull up the picture to show like the general like the NPC Eladrin one.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's a bit of a click through, but I don't know. I don't think I can show it.
Nope, I got you. An Autumn Eladrin looks like this.
Yeah. So, if you want to pull up the summer one in reference to what like the coloring generally was beforehand.
Versus the summer one, which looks like this.
So, Lore has got in significantly redder, like leaves changing colors in the fall. Let me see if I can get a better view of my own screen real quick. Think like this orange right here.
Yeah. Yeah, as opposed to the golden glow of, of glory. You have instead sort of a little bit more muted, but a little bit more colorful. I mean, just anybody who's been in anywhere with actual seasons, unlike us in Northern California, who actually knows what it looks like when the leaves turn.
Like all of the East Coasters.
Yeah, and most of the planet, it turns out, we're just special.
Y'all live near a desert. What do you expect?
With your deciduous trees.
100% fair. I do love me some pines. Okay, or redwoods, I should say specifically. So you make it back. There is still a I mean, between all of you, you're able to push through it again. Like, it's the second attempt would not be anywhere near as difficult as the first. So you're able to get it open, assuming that we aren't, you know, throwing hands or anything at the moment.
Kreetha is definitely still stuck.
I was about to say, is Kreetha still pointing the weapon? Kreetha does know about things like doppelgangers.
Kreetha does not know anything about this, and like she like Laura's not acting the same, and like looks different, and like is very confused. Like,
all right,
what
so
is happening?
So for the
Charlotte,
moment, there's still the door is still stuck, only partially
so,
open.
So you guys gonna open the door, or do I have to kick it again? Because I can kick it again.
like Charlotte's still pushing on it, but she's a weak wizard, so it's not doing much.
Guys, why would I open? You different, you strange.
guys, bad news. We need to fucking talk.
No, that sounds like Charlotte.
Can we?
Charlotte, what
did you
just
put behind
happened?
here? We got out the way you told us, and there's a lot of bad stuff right outside the mountain that was different. It's not just the twig blights.
This
there's
is like I'm all here for this conversation. Totally through a door. I'm down with it. Are we just wanting to make sure that we're 100% intending to have this conversation through the door? If not, we can wait until the door gets like open. Like I said, I can kick it again.
They your friends. You tell me what's going on.
Meepo will go ahead and walk up to the rock and begin to assist. He is not a strength primary character either, though. But between the two of them, if nobody else helps, he and Charlotte can get it moving. It's just kind of.
I mean, Laura's actively doing it.
Charlotte's like,
not bad. So that's an 18 for Laura and a 14 for Charlotte.
Side note real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That roll had a +5 on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So no problem. You're able to just push your way in.
With Meepo's help. All right, I will get in. You know, assuming that the noise of kicking the door open, like we can still hear the forge being worked in the back, right? Like there's that white noise going on still.
You actually don't. At this exact moment.
Can I give a quick back look real quick for my kick the door in?
Yes.
That's a yes. Okay, cool.
So this is with the +2?
This is with a +2. Yes.
Thank you, Kistra.
I'm assuming this is a perception check.
Yes. Anyone else can make a perception check as well if they wish.
Super great at that.
Yeah.
The next one gets a +2 as well.
Oh, okay, so Swoops also gets a 13.
Okay.
Listening.
If anybody else wants to do it, I still have a +2 on this one.
Not bad. So Calder gets a 20.
And if somebody else is going to roll the last one, please tell me before you roll it.
Well, I'm rolling, but I'm not rolling with the +2 because
no, you're getting advantage instead.
I would actually say disadvantage because Kreetha is so fucked up with this. I'm not lying. I am going to literally roll with disadvantage because Kreetha is so confused.
We'll save the advantage for next time.
We will hold on to that other advantage then.
Yes.
Kreetha is just woke up and doesn't know what's going on.
We're supposed to roll with disadvantage, but I'll take the 2.
Yeah,
instead.
I don't think that's going to be necessary when you roll a natural 2. That sort of thing happens. So
I clicked on disadvantage and everything, and it's like, no.
Not quite enough for me to make
No,
this.
it actually gave you disadvantage.
Yeah, it dropped the 18.
Oh, it dropped an 18. Wow. Okay. So Calder, yeah, there definitely isn't any hammering going on right now. Like,
well, that's ominous.
Whatever time, quote unquote, it is for these Durgar, they're not working right now. And if anybody wants to make a history check, with advantage if you have a specialty in dwarves. I believe, in fact, you specifically as a ranger have a thing that gives you a bonus.
I do have advantage on that.
So
and
if
I
folks
should
are
be able to
interested
click
in,
on
like-
advantage
Oof.
and then click and roll the history. Bloop.
Not bad.
Dirty 20.
and the next roll gets advantage.
Oh, I was doing straight roll on purpose because Charlotte doesn't know Dwerger specifically. She knows dwarves in general, but
So it looks like Kreetha got a 20. That's the highest we've got so far on this history.
Can I grab that advantage then?
Yeah, go for it.
So dice will tell this story.
A 19 and a 20. So Kreetha and Lore are both going to figure out, like, within a few hours, both of you know that Durgar work pretty much solidly. Pretty much the only time when they're not working is when they're eating, which they do in shifts, so that's not a thing, or when they're sleeping. They don't sleep often and they don't sleep long, but you figure, depending on how long they've been silent, you might have a chance to sneak around with the Durgar being asleep. Might be they're about to wake up. Might be that they're,
just heading to bed.
With a 20, I will say specifically that you're pretty sure, Kreetha, that if they were beginning to wake up by now, you would hear at least some shuffling and some, some other stuff, because they're not particularly quiet when they go about getting ready for their day. There's a lot of drinking involved.
Has somebody audibly said that the sound has stopped? Because keep in mind, she rolled 2 on
For the
her
perception, right?
Calder will
So
say,
she'll know all of that stuff the minute she realizes that it's no longer.
Calder will like hold up hands and is clearly like tilting his head like he's trying to hear something. He goes, the anvil stopped.
All right.
They stopped.
Sh-
They're
Charlotte's
sleeping.
gonna quickly.
Is the door open?
Yes.
You guys pushed it open. You be
Yeah.
quiet. They're sleeping.
Swoops, you're stuck.
Uh-oh. Swoops is stuck in the wall. Swoops is outside. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to delete that. I'll put it back in.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Swoops
that's Lore.
has escaped. Run, Swoops, run.
He does that.
Swoops has escaped the simulation. A new Swoops will be required.
Yikes.
So yes, the door's open.
Gets in. Yeah. So, and Charlotte's talking quietly, but I won't whisper because stream.
Yeah.
There's a whole army of orcs to the north of the Stone Tooth.
A whole army?
Yeah, we came out that north entrance you told us about. They weren't like right immediately there, but in the valley, like we can tell, like they've been clear cutting. There's thousands of them.
We are not in good position.
Yeah, there was insert number of cook fires out there.
A lot is the technical mathematical term.
So 4.
Kreetha leans closer to Charlotte. What is with her?
What do you mean?
What
I
happened?
can hear you.
What happened to you?
Goblins are not made for being like quiet when they talk.
Like Charlotte doesn't understand. For people who are watching first time, Charlotte's blind, so Charlotte can't tell that lore has shifted between seasons. So Charlotte does not understand what Kreetha's asking about.
So you've got poor Kreetha looking in between everybody and Lore and back and everybody and Lore and like looking at Calder like
So
looking at
technically,
Meepo is like.
So technically, only Calder and Lore, obviously, but only Calder has like physically seen this experience happen since Lore started off this adventure as Spring.
And I've, known Laura for a good while.
Yeah, 1 whole year.
Mm-hmm.
It is a trait of her species.
Ooh, that's a word. Yeah.
Okay.
What, you switched seasons? Charlotte says
Yeah.
aloud.
Yes.
What season?
So cool.
It's not. It is not my place to explain such things. I'm going to go
He does
outside
try
and look
though.
around.
It's fun. Okay, so
Yeah, fuck
Kreetha,
off, Laura.
excuse me, what did I do to you?
I'll assemble a list and then I'll go out into the main hall.
Make sure it's alphabetized. You know I like alphabetized lists.
Go ahead, Calder. Give me a stealth check. Get advantage because again, the Durgar are asleep, including the ones who are supposed to be on watch.
Oh, neat.
Sure was a decision they made.
Supposedly, there's 3 others out here in this main hall watching for them.
Okay, so you're
As
able
far as they
to
know.
sort of creep out, and I assume you're not tromping along. Are you looking for anything in particular out here? There are a couple of exits, and in fact, I'll go through those really quick one more time. There's the exit that goes off to the straight west, which leads back the way you came, out into the Glitterhame. The southwest door that goes south, leads to the Citadel's kitchens, the kitchens for the Dwarven Citadel that existed here in ages past. You know that the forge is also south. You take the double doors, which are on the southeast side. Obviously, you know about the shrine. And then you know that there's another door leading north that goes deeper into the Dwarven Citadel. And there is a door that leads straight out to the east behind the throne, which goes to the council chambers where the leadership usually sits and does whatever it is that Durgar leaders do. That's outside of your area of expertise. So are you looking for anything in particular while you're sort of meandering around out here?
More, I'm just looking at the doors and see if they've been recently disturbed.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. That's a great question.
Because we didn't poke them, and if they've been poked, that would tell us something.
Zoom in on the table here so we can see.
Disappointing.
Yeah, you can't really tell. You know kind of what to look for, like you're looking at the dust on the ground to see if the doors have been opened, but you're not really sure. It's kind of tough to tell.
Could you reshare the map at me? I don't know what happened.
You got it.
Oh, and now it's even bigger.
Yes.
It's just that the person I demonstrably... Calder's in my headspace. The person that he demonstrably would rather deal with invisible assassin dwarves and a dragon rather than go back with them is back. So he has to deal with both assassin dwarves, a dragon, and them all over again.
This is fantastic. Kreetha is so confused.
So Calder wanders outside. Let's talk to... so Kreetha is still super confused. Is Lore going to provide an explanation?
I was going to, yeah.
Go for it.
So, Kreetha, you're a goblin. You know how your skin is green?
Yes.
And sometimes it gets crispy in the sun?
Yes. I don't see how this has anything to do with...
So mine doesn't get crispy in the sun because my entire species and family are a subset of elves that do not have the ability to keep our basic like emotion hidden. So every member of my family has, when they get to a specific point in time in their emotional state, their body will physiologically change to match that physiological state and emotion.
So what you're saying is your previous look was bitch, and now it's something else?
No, my previous look was angry. Bitch tends to be small and green and frog-like.
Here I'm trying to learn about you.
You did call me a bitch just now.
I
like,
mean,
just
that's all I've known
literally
of you.
2 seconds ago.
You're weird. I don't understand, but all right.
It's
all
okay.
right.
I do
We
not
have lots of
understand
people
goblins
here.
either.
We
Y'all
have
have
to
sharp,
deal with
sharp
this.
teeth, and you come up to about my waist. So
Not when I'm on Stinky.
that's fair. That's fair completely. But if
All
I was
right,
also on Stinky, you'd still be up to my waist.
So what you're saying is you are no longer angry?
I can have angry emotions, but it's not the core. Like the aggression isn't the core emotional state.
So what is now? I need to know so I can deal because he's mad. He's very mad. I guess it just moved to him. Now Summer? He's Summer. And there's stuff happening here that we need to deal with. And so what is it I need to know about you now to not misunderstand you?
Let's see. So I'm autumn, which generally is kind of like, let's see, autumn is like the season of like feasts and stuff and like
So you're hungry?
companionship, but not like that. Not like that.
Charlotte just has next to
Look,
Laura.
it didn't get really explained to me that well either when I was a small person. So
Okay. So
that was like to Charlotte.
that's all right. You're standing in front of me, and the thing is that it is your emotion, your body. So what are you feeling most right now?
Well, I'm currently trying to help you understand this, so helpfulness.
I'm feeling trapped because there's an army of orcs outside and we can't leave the citadel the way we came in.
Like, that's not the emotion I'm experiencing right now. It's like the core of my being. But then again, like that too, but I don't think that would affect my
Where
body.
are your family from? I just need to know. Very important.
We are like directly descendant from like the high fae of the Feywild.
No. They're on the map.
We're in the 100 kingdoms or something.
I think
I don't know.
The Feywilds are an entirely different plane of existence.
The Feywild is on the entirely different plane of existence, but where we currently live is, let me grab a map for a second.
All right, we talk about that later. It's important for me to know so I don't ever go there. All right.
Forward coast. Jesus Christ.
Now we have many more problems than we did before everything got bad. So, how about you both look absolutely wrecked. And I guess running from an army of orcs would do that. You
Like, I'm a little tired, but I'm like untouched over here. What's going on?
sit for
Rest.
a moment.
We walked back.
You
We didn't even
maybe
get
take
winded.
something. Meepo, protect them. I go talk to Calder.
Me
'Cause
too.
I feel like this needs to be a conversation, and I just go off in a very sneaky manner.
Go ahead and move yourself.
I look at Charlotte and I go, I got the impression that she didn't listen even a little bit.
How many orcs you said?
Thousands.
I insert number of cook fires.
Thousands. They were coming down from the north. They're not surrounding the whole mountain, but they're close, so they probably have scouting parties all over the place at this point.
Sneaking out
so-
difficult. Yes.
I'm going to. Stinky actually is staying right there because I am definitely more stealthy on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to basically make my way just very quietly.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, and again with advantage.
Yes. Advantage.
As a quick reminder, because I'm not sure if I said it for sure. Once you start
28.
hearing, nice. Once you start hearing sounds of rustling and such, you figure that'll probably be about the half an hour to 1 hour mark before they're up and running. You still don't hear that, but I wanted to let you know that if you start hearing them shuffling around out there, then you're probably at the 30 to 60 minutes before they start, getting to work and being up and about and possibly coming to this very cook fire for breakfast.
All right, so I approach Calder.
I'm poking around behind the throne because I noticed the texture of the wall of the map is different.
All right, Calder.
Is there anything in the throne? Let's see.
Perhaps I can.
Is there anything
speak with
behind the
you a
throne?
moment.
I'm checking. Give me a investigation check, which I believe is intelligence based.
Sure. I am just not rolling well today.
It's definitely the back of a throne. You've got a goblin talking to you.
Yes.
All right, so I realize this may not feel ideal. However, they said there's an entire army of orcs out the way I came in, and there was none when I came in, so that is very bad. So I must say, we need to find a way to work together somehow, and it is definitely important to do the things we are here to do, but also it's important to not get discovered by army of orc. That I know orc army, that's not good. 1, 2, 20, fine. The amount of cook fighters that
I'm not worried.
Lord said was too many.
I'm not worried.
You're not worried. Oh, fantastic. I guess that's just me then.
I'll turn. Calder will look at Kreetha. The orcs are the ones that tore down this place. Yes, we know this. This is established, correct?
Yes.
We went through the front door. It was sealed, and there were traps and layers of security that has sat
They're
on.
not down at the front door.
If I can finish, they did that. Yes, it was still there. So thousands of years ago, the orcs tore down this place and didn't tear down the front door. So they clearly got in somehow else. That somehow else is probably somewhere in this area.
Yes. I don't. You're not making me feel less worried. I'm not sure how you're doing this. Between you and Lore, I am very. Oh, maybe I should.
If there's a way in here, there's a way out of here. We can just go the way the ancient orcs came in.
That does not seem smart. And all right, fine.
It's either that or I freak out like you. Which would you prefer?
I would prefer you to maybe. You are very good at trying to cut off pieces of yourself, and I get that. That's very important. That's very important. Right now, we all have to manage to do this together, or we all die. Mm-hmm. I am not freaking out. I am saying that we are stuck in between a giant orc army, the Duragar, and a dragon. Mm-hmm. And none of these are good.
Correct.
Meepo will sort of shuffle up as well.
Meepo, I cannot do nothing. He do not listen to me. You try.
You keep halfway leading to a point and then abandoning it at the moment of truth.
We find another exit, yeah?
Yes.
That point?
That wasn't even what I was coming over here to really talk about. It was
more
the lore thing, but that's fine. I don't understand.
You need us to work. We need to work together if we're all going to escape. And you feel as if my disagreement with lore is going to affect team cohesion for the sake of us versus the world.
I I feel that your anger is very damaging to you, and I feel that Lore has become someone different, and it's very scary to me. So,
Oh no, it's still very much lore.
Okay. So.
The seasons
Lore-
affect your emotions.
So,
It
but
does not
there's
affect
one
who
other
you
thing
are.
you should know. There's one
Mhm.
other thing.